Peace, peace, peace to all the gods and earths. Peace to everybody. 5% nation, the 85%, the 10%. Peace to everybody. That's what the 5% nation is about. Being in peace, unity, and togetherness all over this universe. Now the brother Star brought up an interesting point. Some people could say it's hate because he's in direct competition with the people that he's talking about. But at the end of the day, what he's talking about is a real subject that we must deal with. There's a lot of these brothers running around here calling themselves God this, God that, and they're not getting checked about it. When I was coming up in the 5% nation, and by the way, my name is Knowledge Born of Law. When I was coming up, all the way up in Westchester County, I'm from White Plains, but I used to run around with some brothers from Mount Vernon that was dead serious about this mathematics. And they didn't play certain things. You had to be on your square 24/7. And if you wasn't on your square 24/7, then you would have an issue. And what I mean by that is, at all times, whatever your attribute represented, you must be able to show and prove that. If you wasn't able to show and prove that, then you was going to have a problem. And it might be physical. More than likely, we going through the mathematics first and make sure you can show and prove no matter what condition you in or under at that particular time. And what I mean by that is, if you got caught dusted or something like that, you had to be able to prove that math. If you couldn't prove that math, depending on the temperature or the way the brothers felt at the time, you might get a good ass whooping. A very good one. So let's be clear about that. Now we got a brother, and I think his website is Hip Hop Uncensored, or Hip Hop Daily, something of that nature. He's calling himself Oh God. And numerous times in his comments, I've asked him, since he's calling himself Oh God, what is today's mathematics? Simple. What is today's mathematics? I've asked the brother this about 5 or 6 times. I've got no response. So what that tells me is that he's just using his name because it sounds particular. It sounds particularly good. Now, I'm not going to say that, you know, he's faking or anything, because that would be me drawing an assumption without actual facts. And that's where we deal with facts. So, again, I'm going to pose this question, and I'm going to give it to you, Star, because you got a bigger platform. And hopefully you could get some answers out of this guy about this. Why does he call himself Oh God? And if his name is Oh God, and he really represent that, then what is today's mathematics? What lessons are you dealing with? Why do you call yourself that? And show and prove that attribute. And if you can't do that, I'm going to need you to stop calling yourself Oh God. And show and prove who you are and what you are and why you say you are what you are. If you can't do that, like I said, I'm going to need you to stop calling yourself that, man. Because I'm starting to take it personal. As the rest of the gods should take it personal. That they're making a mockery of this culture that was built on blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of people died for this, man. A lot of people got good ass whoopings for this, man. For not being able to show and prove what and who they say they are. We don't play with this, not even today's standard. And I love Jay-Z, and he wears that flag. But he got to be able to show and prove every element of that flag. And he might be able to. He just might be able to. The brother's that gifted. I remember the brother back in 91 at the Marriott Hotel, 92, President's Day weekend. I saw Jay-Z for the first time. And if he hear this, I'm sure he remember this. He came out on the intermission of Big Daddy Kane. Him and someone else. I think it might have been Positive K. I'm not sure who it was, but I know he tore it down. He had on a blue Lacoste shirt or the Tiger shirt, one or the other, short sleeve. It was wintertime. I never forget. And when I heard him later down the line, I didn't know, who it was, but it kept bugging me. And then I remembered when reading Big Daddy Kane's situation about how he used to let Jay-Z come out, and, he was feeling Jay-Z and everything. So I see Jay-Z with that flag, and I'm proud of him for wearing that flag. I just want him to be able to show and prove that in case he's asked to. And like I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Just because of his mental capacity, being able to quote rhymes and make up rhymes on the spot without, writing anything down or any of that, and making hit records. So I'm sure he could quote them lessons. I'm sure he can. I don't see him eating no pork or none of that. And also, he trying to get his money. I understand that because they kind of flipped on Big Daddy Kane when they found out Big Daddy Kane was a part of the 5% Nation. And we see what they did to Craig Hodges, who was on the Chicago Bulls. They blackballed him, and his three-point shot was lethal at the time that they blackballed him. Because they look at that as similar to being, a Nazi group, just on the flip side of things, because it's black brothers instead of, white racist, hate-spewing devils. So I'm about to sign off, you know what I'm saying? And I was about to start this blog anyway. Meek Mill said he needs some real niggas on here. I'm not calling myself no nigga, savage, none of that. But what I am doing is bringing light to the situation at hand. And let's not get it twisted. I really want you, oh God. I really want to see if you really God body or you just faking the funk, as Star would say. Let's go. Let's expose these dudes. At any cost, whoever it is, let's expose them. Peace to the true and living. Positive education always creates elevation. Knowledge, gods.